Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen, where we're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. There is a lot of topics to discuss today. We're going to be talking about the fact that Liverpool have apparently not going to be signing a number 6, not going to be signing a DM. We're going to be talking about, Mamardashvilli and the Alisson succession plan. We're going to be talking about Hughes, Edwards, the same stuff, to be honest with you, because there's more news coming out today that they're looking at Zubimendi as the only DM that could possibly improve Liverpool Football Club. Big up to the 600 people who are already here. We haven't even started the show yet. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This is Football if you're yet to do so. We've got 600 people in the house. Let's get the likes up. Subscribe to This is Football. And yeah, big up to all of you. And joining me on the channel today, just mano a mano, one-on-one stream, you get me? One of the real ones of Liverpool YouTube. You guys see me in his comment section. You guys have seen him on YouTube before, multiple different places, on his own channel. And his channel is tagged in the title, so please go subscribe to man like Jamie Phillips, who's in the building. How are you doing, Jamie, man? You good?
Big up, Matt. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me, man. Appreciate it.
Jamie, you have center stage today. It's just me and you. There's no other panelists. There's no other people.
There we go. That's all we need.
How you
That's all
doing?
we need.
You
Yeah,
good?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm
Good.
doing good, man.
Good.
Doing good.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to Redline Tarango says Hughes more signings for Bournemouth than LFC. Shake.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, ain't it? It's a bit weird.
It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. Anyway, mods, keep pushing the likes. Let's get the likes up. Subscribe. Once again, Jamie's channel is in the title. Please go subscribe to him. So that's the first topic that I do want to start about, what Redline Taranga kind of mentioned a little bit there. Before we kind of work our way back to the Zubimendi saga, everything that's happened, the fact that they're not saying they don't want to sign a DM. Talk to me about the Mamardashvilli signing. What do you make of it? What do you think of it? I know maybe it's difficult right now. It's impossible to isolate it from the Zubimendi stuff, given the timing and all that. But let me know what you think.
So when I think this first got reported, a couple of weeks ago, that this could be happening. It came out of nowhere because, as far as I'm concerned, I think Alisson Becker's got 3 years left on his contract. So it sort of come out of nowhere. I've not heard any news that Alisson's unhappy, he's upset, or he wants to leave or anything like that. So the only thing I can think of is that talks have happened behind the scenes where Alisson's told them, look, I might be here 1 or 2 more years. I'm not going to sign another deal. Want to go home to Brazil, retire in the sun. I don't know. I don't know what he wants. But if that's the case, Liverpool have done the right thing by future planning his position, because let's face it, if Alisson turned around tomorrow and went, look, I want to go, we've got to sign a new keeper. We're having trouble buying a DM. Can you imagine trying to buy an Alisson replacement at last minute?
Yeah.
So doing it this way, I'm quite happy with him. He's a very good goalkeeper as well, Mamadrashvilli. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. And for the price we might be getting him at, could be a really good bit of business. I'm just hoping that it's the case that Alisson decides, like a lot of Brazilians when they get into their 30s, they like to settle down in the sun and enjoy life and stuff like that. And if that's the case, fine. Get a keeper that in a year or 2's time that can come in. I'm fine with it. But it's the fact that if he's leaving because we're pushed him out, then I will be pissed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think with Alisson, here's my issue with this whole situation. People don't like to admit this, but this is just the reality of football. Jamie knows exactly what I'm about to say. Timing matters. If we signed Mamardashvilli two months ago, me, Jamie, and every single Liverpool fan would have had a completely 180 degrees different reaction. The fact that this has happened now, at this moment in time, as soon as we got to know, basically from Zubimendi, it's kind of impossible to just kind of change up the two things and switch it up. But I think the good thing is for Mamardashvilli, listen, I'll try my best to just kind of separate it, because we don't want to do the guy dirty or anything. Here's the thing. There are warning signs. Jamie's right. And maybe the Alisson situation isn't what we expected. I mean, we've always looked at Alisson and went like, goalkeepers can play till they're 37, 38. So we were never really worried about replacing Alisson. We were never really worried about, getting a replacement for Alisson and stuff like that. But now This makes me even more worried about the future of Liverpool Football Club. And this makes me think that this might be genuinely the last year that we see Alisson as the Liverpool goalkeeper, because all you have to do is just be logical about it, add 1 and 1 together, and it just makes no sense to me. And it's the one position in the team as well. And this is why, like, as much as it's a great signing, we can't really overprop it, because it's the one position in the team that 100% of the Liverpool fans is actually happy about completely. Alisson, Kelleher, Jaros. There was no reason for me or Jamie or anyone in the chat to complain about that position or suggest we need a goalkeeper. Now, from the club's perspective, Jamie is 100% right as well. Look, we have had a problem signing a DM to begin with. Now we're trying to replace the best goalkeeper in the world. So, of course, we're going to have a problem. So, as much as I want to, we will shit on Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards and stuff maybe in the later sections now when we talk about Zubimendi and the DM position, etc. The one thing that I will say is the following. This is the issue. We have to give them praise because they're actually doing the right thing. Signing the Alisson replacement from now and loaning him to a Premier League club, which gives him Premier League experience, which is extremely important. Because one thing about goalkeepers who are young, this is something that everyone in the chat should know. All 750 of you people should know this. When a goalkeeper is young, just look at De Gea, just look at all the examples. They're more prone to mistakes. They need more experience. They need more games to just get to that level. And I think with Mamardashvilli, that's exactly what we're doing. We're basically going like, listen, Bournemouth, you can have him for a year. And if Alisson decides to stay, you can have him for 2 years, where he's your goalkeeper. He starts for you. And by the way, we could get a better look at him then. You know, we could look how Mamardashvilli performs maybe against a Man City, where his goal is being bombarded every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes. We can look how he performs in a game maybe where like Bournemouth are in a relegation battle and they need this and they need that. So at the end of the day, I think it's a very good signing. You know, obviously we're thinking of succession plans for Alisson from now, which is a positive change from the football club. You know, but once again, it's just an issue of timing, man. Like, it's the fact that whatever happened from 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago. We cannot separate it because me and Jamie are only humans. So I'm not going to act like Zubimendi didn't say no to us like 24 hours ago. Like, he actually did. So I cannot just go like, oh, yeah, and let me separate the two things. It's simply a matter of timing. But I've tried my best to separate it. And I said, listen, it's a fantastic signing, succession plan, all that stuff. But I cannot do any more props because I'm just disgusted at what the club is doing right now. So
do you know what it's like? It's like you wanting a PS5 for Christmas or your birthday, yeah, and then your parents can't really afford that, but they buy the PS5 box, wrap it up, you open it all excited, but inside the box are clothes. You know, that's basically what this deal feels like to Liverpool fans, because as you say, it has been in the works for weeks, but they get it over the line when the main guy we actually need to improve our team today says no. And then when
100%.
apparently can't find an alternative, where me and the Sam could ring up, call 5 people right now and find alternatives quite easily. You know, it's like a kick in the teeth a little bit. You know,
I don't think this is true. By the way, he cannot be the Kelleher replacement. I think they're looking at him as the starter.
He's
like
better.
A year from now.
He's better than Kelleher. I like Kelleher.
Yeah,
I think Kelleher's a very good
like
goalkeeper. But would Kelleher start for Valencia? You know, like, I think Mamardashvilli.
I mean, if Kelleher leaves Liverpool, to be fair, he's probably going to be joining like a Fulham or a Palace or a Wolves. Like,
yeah, he'll have a great career. Yeah. But as you said right now, our 3 goalkeepers, what we got, it's arguably the top best 3.
Yeah, I have no problem with any of them.
No problem with any of them. So it's a weird one, ain't it? It's strange. We ain't going to know the full story either, because they're not going to tell us the whole truth, are they? So.
That is true. That is true, unfortunately. Big up to Will, who says, "Fuck Hughes. I trade robust George back tomorrow." Hey, George Schmatka's robust sense of humor maybe could have been used to attract Zubimendi away from the mountains of San Sebastian. There was a possibility, hell, you know. So like, let's not even go there, my guy. Big up to you, my guy. Will. Big up to Promise Gunner, says, hit the like or Liverpool never sign a DM again. Guys, don't take the chances. Don't jinx it by not hitting the like button. And listen, speaking of Zubimendi and all of this, we have to move on to that topic today. And you know, there's something that I know me and Jamie can agree on. Before we do that, guys, go subscribe to Jamie's channel. It's in the title. It wouldn't even take you away from this video. Just go subscribe to his channel. and continue watching, hit that like button right now. Let's get to 200 likes because there is 800 people in here. Here's the thing. You know, there's one thing getting rejected by Zubimendi, but it's a complete different thing when the club is telling you that there is no other DM in the whole world that can make you better. Honestly, Jamie, like what is your reaction to seeing stuff like Liverpool shouldn't sign a DM, we are good enough, and blah? What do you think?
Well,
what do you think?
when we got turned down for Zubimendi, because we was all hype because Zubimendi's a quality footballer, and we got turned down from him. It's hard taking rejection, but you can understand it because, you know, if you feel like someone trying to buy Trent would be extremely difficult being a hometown boy as well. So we could understand it from that point of view, right? Although I think he's a bit of a pussy, but that's just me. But at the same time, when everyone that I know is not really mad about that, they're mad about the wording of there's not an alternative. And I don't understand that. Like, there's thousands of footballers in the world. You're telling me there's no one who can do the DM role for Arne Slot apart from Zubimendi.
In the whole world. In the whole world.
So say we sign Zubimendi, we can't just ruin Zubimendi in 5 years. So what was the alternative? So who would we replace Zubimendi with eventually? Would we just let him rot? So what's the plan? There's players that look. I can understand Slot saying he wants a particular kind of footballer in that DM role. That's what he wants. He wants a particular kind of footballer. But there are them particular kind of footballers out there that will strengthen your side. You know, I think Ryan Gravenberch could have a good season this year, but he can't play the six the whole year. It makes no logical sense to me whatsoever. So, yeah, that's the thing I'm most angry with, not the whole Zubimendi
What
thing.
happened to our football club, Jamie? Like, what's actually happened?
I don't know.
Because remember, before me and you even did YouTube, Zelensky said, no, we went and signed Wijnaldum. We wanted Brandon Rodgers, we wanted Salah. We want gotten Salah and Mane. Some people don't remember this, but before Alisson came to Liverpool, when we wanted Fekir, we were about to sign Jack Butland as the goalkeeper. We went and signed Alisson Becker. Yeah. What do people think?
The world record.
Do people actually believe this garbage, Jamie? Like, genuinely, do people actually believe that there's only one DM in the whole world that improves Liverpool?
I think some people do, which, you know, I'm not going to ever go at them people if they feel that way. That's the way they feel. But, you know me, Sam, I've always been quite neutral in everything club, FSG and all that. But I've always criticised when criticism is needed. Yes. And right now, nothing right now computes or makes sense to me as a fan. I just can't get my head around anything. Yeah, I can't get my head around anything. We got, like, people might need to look at this. We got a potential of losing our 4 best players next year. Do you know how mad that is?
Fact.
Like, at this moment in time, Trent's got 10 months, Virgil's got 10 months, Salah's got 10 months. You know, in January, all 3 of them can sign for other teams around Europe. And who's not wanting them 3 players on free transfers?
Fact.
What team is not wanting them 3 players? And then if Alisson's leaving the following summer as well, I know there might be a lot of optimistic Liverpool fans out there, and I am one of them sometimes.
You think Barcelona wouldn't take Mo Salah on a free?
Yes.
On a free?
They'll find the wages. They're just, I don't know. They'll probably get De Jong kidnapped and you never see him again, so they can free up the wages for Salah. You know, they'll do anything they can. They'll do anything they can. It's just, this club, I don't know what's happened to it the last few years because, as you said, you know, who was the geezer we was going for that Klopp wanted? The German forward. What was his name? He went to Chelsea. Yeah, he went to Chelsea. The winger.
German forward went to Chelsea.
Yeah, a few years ago, and we got Jota instead, didn't we?
Oh, Havertz.
No, not Havertz. The other one.
Werner.
Timo Werner. Yeah. Apparently, remember in the media, Timo Werner to Liverpool. It's happening.
Yeah, that was the end of James Pearce, by the way.
Yeah. 24 hours later, that deal got collapsed. 24 hours later, Jota was literally at Melwood. That's how Liverpool used to run. Where's that Liverpool now? Why is it only
I don't know.
Player?
Jamie, where is it? You tell me, where is it? Where?
I don't know. I don't know where it's gone.
How many DMs could you name? Name me the DMs that Liverpool could sign tomorrow.
Well, I could go, look, Edison is available quite easy from Atalanta.
By the way, just to stop Jamie, sorry to interrupt him. Me and Jamie completely agree on this point because I said it in his chat. By far the easiest transfer to make in the entirety of the transfer window. No exaggeration. Ederson could be wearing a Liverpool shirt in the next 2 hours. Go ahead, Jamie.
It's easy. You got, I don't know, you got Fofana at Monaco. Depends how people feel about him. He's still a very good player. That would help us. He's 35 million. He's FSG money. You know, there's players out there. You know, I know everyone talks about Walton at Palace. He had a good 6 months. I'd like to see how he goes next season, but he's got the potential to be very good. And also the way he plays suits Arne Slot's midfield, the way he wants to do stuff. You know, maybe you got to spend a few quid. We know we got the money. That's not BS about this. We almost got Anthony Gordon through the door, so we're willing to spend 70 million there. So there's money there. João Gomez from Wolves, who I think is a pretty good player. I could do João Gomez tomorrow. You know, you could just ring Wolves up. Look, we got 51 million here from the Zubimendi deal. It didn't happen for us. We'll even lend you Tyler Morton for a year on loan. Let's just get, you know, it's we could do these deals. Putting Zubimendi on this, like what Liverpool PR has done, they've put Zubimendi at such a high level, it's making everyone think there's no one better than Zubimendi. And that's the issue. But there is. Ederson's just as good as Zubimendi is, but in a different kind of way. But he's available. Atalanta apparently want Tyler Morton. I mean, this ain't, you know, just hard.
100%. Everything that Jamie just said is facts. And you know what me and Jamie can agree on completely? We just miss, I miss Liverpool in the transfer window that used to, like, when a player doesn't want to come join, no problem, we sign a player the day after. And look at how good these plan Bs have turned out to become, bro. Like, people always act like there is no other options. And for me, fair enough, Zubimendi said, no, I don't care. I hope Sociedad get relegated. I just move on. The bigger problem is you trying to convince the whole world that there is no 6 in the entirety of the market that can make Liverpool better. And now, Jamie, they're back to doing the same exact stuff. Solutions from within. Trent is not a solution from within. Gravenberg is not a solution from within. Endo is not a solution from within. Curtis Jones definitely isn't. And Szoboszlai, who's a bloody 10/winger, is definitely not the solution from within. There is no such thing as solution from within. We already have had the solution from within last year with playing Alexis McAllister the whole year at 6. Instead of us actually using his very good attributes, we used him to slide tackle people and stop counterattacks, and he still was our best midfielder.
Yeah.
Where is the Liverpool we love, Jamie? Where is the Liverpool that goes and deals with the shit we need to deal?
No,
Michael Edwards is
no
there.
idea.
What's going on? Like, what's actually happening at this football club? It makes no sense.
I don't know. And like Michael Edwards, I know he's the CEO of the club right now, not really the person, but he employed his mate. Like Richard Hughes and him go back. They're buddies, they're mates, they've been friends forever. They know each other really well. So he employed him. So these are the two guys I'm looking at more than anything right now, because I know FSG own the football club and they got things to talk about themselves, but we got to go at them. But, you know, these two guys are the ones in charge of doing the Zubimendi deal. The money was there. They effed it up. Simple as that. So my eyes are looking at them right now and like, what are you doing? Especially Michael Edwards, who knows his club inside out. He knows how FSG run. He knows how the club runs. He knows how everything goes. And the fact that he's messing up is a little worrying to me because, you know, we brought this. I think a lot of people were happy. Like when we heard Klopp was leaving, it was a bad day and things like that. But the club seemed to work quite quickly in trying to get the right people in the background to run the football club properly. And we was all okay. All right, this is fair enough. All right, Klopp's leaving, but you're trying to do the right thing after. Okay, whatever. But come to the crunch when they need to do their work. They're not doing their work. I mean, if I'm John W. Henry and I want a bit of, you know, turn a bit of face with the fans, I'll be getting on the phone with Richard Hughes going, what the hell are you doing, guy? Like, I've employed you to be sporting director.
There's only one
the
way
money's there, do the job.
You could blame FSG. You know how? Maybe Hughes was willing to pay the release clause, but FSG didn't want to pay it straight up.
Yeah, and then that's an issue as well, isn't it? That's an issue.
Yeah, that's the only way in which I could give the angle of blame on FSG. Maybe Hughes was willing to actually drop the 51 then and there, but FSG didn't want to pay the 51 million straight away in one window, and they wanted to amortize it.
And if that's the case, and they want to monetize it and make it go over a contract of 4 or 5 years, you know, that's why if the truth is be told, we were talking to Zubimendi 2 weeks ago, but it was only last week we heard the news. That tells me they were trying to do some kind of deal because we gave him too long to change his mind. We gave him too long to change his mind. So something's messed up.
And this is a player that said no to like 4 other clubs as well.
Because I do believe he said yes to Liverpool. I think he did say yes.
Same.
And we have waited so long. We let Sociedad get into his head. And now we've obviously offered him a contract because the news coming out from everyone talking about the contract was Liverpool's contract was Sociedad couldn't match what Liverpool were going to pay, but they promised him the earth. And now apparently Sociedad can't afford Zubimendi's new contract and he's having second thoughts. So it's just, and this whole second thoughts thing that's come out today. So if Zubimendi's the only guy, if he's having second thoughts, just go back in for him. If the money's there and he's having second thoughts and Sociedad can't afford the contract that Liverpool are offering him, and now he's a bit down and depressed about it, well, if he's the only guy, just go and get your only guy. Yeah, he knocked you down the first time. Take the licks, take it on the chin. Just go and get the guy that you said.
You know what's funny about
only
what
one out
Jamie's
there.
saying? I never actually thought about it the way that Jamie's saying, but it's so true. If you're telling me that Sociedad is actually the only, Zubimendi is the only DM in world football that improves you, well, pay the fucking money then. Like what? Like what? Like if you're telling me the only DM in the whole world that can make us better is Zubimendi, why don't you just pay the 51 million then and get your player? If he's the only is what we heard. The only guy that makes Liverpool better in the entirety of Europe is Martin Zubimendi. Go get your guy then. Pay the 51 million release clause straight up and don't give him time to think. This is the stuff that just does not make sense to me at all. And Jamie said something that I said on the Football Terms and I've been saying this whole time. Guys, let's not be disingenuous and let's not just do the banter thing all along, okay? If Zubimendi did not say yes, what happened over the last 4 or 5 days would not have happened to begin with. Like, let's just face it. If he said no on Tuesday, you know what would have happened? Liverpool going for Zubimendi and he rejects them. Done. He said no to Liverpool and life moves on. What has happened over the last 4 or 5 days is a result of Zubimendi telling us yes. But instead of us paying the release clause then and there for the only DM in Europe that makes Liverpool better, we gave him 4 or 5 days to stay in San Sebastian for 4 or 5 more days, to speak to his family members, to speak to the football club, to get PowerPoint presentations. We gave him that time in which he changed his mind. Because it's not even theory, it's objective fact. Zubimendi said no to Man United, no to Barcelona, no to Bayern Munich, no to Arsenal. Okay? Now, if he just told us no, we would have moved on. It would have been an article by Paul Joyce, Zubimendi rejects Liverpool, and life would have moved on. But instead, what we did is we gave the guy 4 or 5 days to think, and he ended up changing his mind. And that is where we messed up this transfer. The only way I could relate it to FSG and how it's FSG's fault is the fact that maybe they didn't want to pay the 51 million release clause straight away, because they did that with Szoboszlai, they did that with McAllister, with the release clauses and stuff. And that's where you have to take loans from banks and pay for the guys straight away. So maybe that's the thing that they didn't want to do. They didn't want to put another loan on their own selves. But the reality of the situation and the truth of the matter is Liverpool Football Club cannot tell the whole world that Zubimendi is the only guy that improves them, because there's absolute rubbish. There's just so many easy transfers. And by the way, if you guys really believe as well the extra PR that 16 days aren't enough, then you're exactly the type of person that they love.
We did Endo in 24 hours. Like
we did Endo in 24 and Gravenberch in 48 hours.
Like so 16 days is plenty. Like
16 days. You know what you could do in 16 days? Sign a DM, a centre back, a left back, and a forward in 16 days.
How do you think people do deadline deals? It's on the day.
Exactly.
It's mad. I can't believe how much we fumbled this, because this guy literally said yes to Liverpool. He has said yes to no one. Do you know how much coping man gave us? Like, we would have been like, look, we got our player, man. And what I feel for Arne Slot, because he's just come to the football club. pre-season's gone pretty well. We played really nice football. We look fresh and we look at it, and our team is good. I'm not going to say our team is good. You just need to add some bits to it. And Arne Slot has made it plainly obvious to the world that we need a DM. He's made it so obvious, because how many people have played DM in pre-season? About 4 or 5 different players.
Different people.
Yeah, apart from the actual DM at our football club. Everyone else has played there. So he's made it obvious. He wants that DM. Zubimendi was the guy, and the club messed him about. We could be sitting here right now with Zubimendi in our midfield, Mamardashvilli coming to Liverpool as well. And I think everyone will be feeling for the weekend, looking forward to Saturday. Now we're all sort of like, what's going to happen?
Low-key, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Us losing to Ipswich is probably better for us in the long run.
Because it makes you do something in the market, don't it?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I'm actually genuinely, I'm not going to support anyone against Liverpool, but factually, if we draw or lose to Ipswich, I think that makes them make a move. Like, just straight up that result right there. Big up, guys. Jamie looking fresh with a clean shave is what Mina says. Big up to you, Mina.
Thank you.
Big up to you. Is Liverpool coming back to Zubimendi truth? I mean, it's the San Sebastian newspaper, which I understand why they do that, for contract extension, maybe applying pressure on Sociedad to give him a contract or something like that. I get it. But for me personally, to be honest with you, Carl, if it is true, then this time we need to execute the plan completely differently and just drop the money straight away. 51 million, here you go. Give me the player.
Just give him the credit card. Just give him the credit card.
Get it done. Liverpool make money but won't spend it. Shameful is what DJ Madrid says. Bro, please, I said this before and I say it again. Everyone at Liverpool Football Club and all Liverpool Football Club fans need to stop acting like Liverpool has no money to spend and we're broke and all. This does not apply.
We're huge.
We have a lot of money and we could spend all the money we want without breaking FFP rules. Faceless London says, this is the best I see us play in years. Why spend? Obviously, he's being sarcastic, so I'm not even going to rise to it. But yeah, we definitely need a DM. And you know what makes matters worse? And I'll ask Jamie this question. Before I do that, Jamie's channel is in the title, guys. Please go subscribe to his channel right here, right now. Big up to all of you guys. Slap the like button. Subscribe to Football. Big up every single super chatter. I'm going to give you guys a massive shout out at the end. So please hit the like, subscribe. Let's get to 300, 400 likes ASAP. There's 940 people watching us. I want to ask this question because Smoke says, Assalamu alaikum, give me some copium, please. You think I could give you copium? I'm lost myself, my brother.
We're all lost.
Yeah, we're all lost. How about you get some copium and distribute it to all of us? Let's go there, my guy Smoke. Here's the thing, Jamie. Do you think with Liverpool Football Club it's fair to say, because me and you obviously are not falling for the banter of like, oh, Liverpool have no pull, liver no pull, all this crap. Obviously, we have pull. Do you think Liverpool have a serious problem of executional skills when it comes to transfers?
Yeah, I think we do a little bit. And I think we have done for 30 odd years, to be absolutely fair. There is something inbred in the club where we don't always get everything done that we need to get done. Liverpool have always had money. Liverpool have never been a broke club. The 70s, everyone forgets in the 70s and 80s, we're one of the richest teams in the world. That's why we was able to buy so much talent at the time. Liverpool have always been rich. Obviously, David Moores and all that, his family, they were billionaires, wealthy. We could buy players. I think people forget in the Premier League era when it first started, Liverpool spent a lot of money. Sometimes more money even Man United at times, but we just bought crap. We just wasted money. There is something about right now about us not being able to get the deals done in recent years as well that is a little worrying because, yeah, we've been knocked back, Chouameni and Bellingham's and things like that. These elite level players that for some reason hasn't happened. Now, are we just unlucky with some of these transfers because we're going up against Real Madrid for them? Liverpool got pull, but I think we can all agree Real Madrid have the ultimate pull in football.
Yes. Fact.
So if you're going against a Real Madrid for some of these transfers, at the end of the day, I can understand if you lose out for some of them players. But again, it just goes back to the the great PR that Liverpool. Look, there's no better club with PR in the world. I'm telling everyone right now, it works on a lot of people. Look, I won't lie, it's worked on me in the past. It really has. It has worked on me in the past, but I'm starting to see.
It has done, because the first
Yeah.
time we met, you were very pro
Yes.
FSG. Now you're a different man.
I see the BS. I see a lot of the BS now. I really do. And you know, we've been sold. Zubimendi, yeah, he's gone to Real Madrid. He chose Real Madrid. Oh, fair enough. We go get anyone else in? No, because Henderson can do a job. It's like, okay, right. A year after Bellingham, no, we've realised that Henderson and Fabinho's legs are gone. Yeah, we all told you that 12 months ago. Like, it's like why our fans can see it and the people that run our football club can't is the thing that makes me laugh the most. And okay, so you can't get Bellingham now. I understand it's a massive outlay. We need 4 midfielders. Okay, I get it. Right. And then, yeah, the midfielders we got last year are pretty good. It helped, no doubt about it. And then this year, we're not asking for 5 players. We're not asking for a revamp. We're not asking to tear the place down and build again. We're asking for like three players, maybe. Insert like a left back, a centre back, and a DM, maybe. Some maybe want a fourth, just a forward. But I'm quite cool with a forward right now because we've got 5 players there. But that's all we're asking for. We're not asking for the world here. Why can Real Madrid, the best team in the world, improve their team this season, but Liverpool can't, and they're not the best team in the world? That's what I don't get. This is what I don't understand right now. And this is why I'm starting to see through the BS. I can't keep relying. Yes, we got a good youth team. We got good youth kids coming through and all that. But I can't go to Trey. Trey, you only turned 17 a month or so ago. We're going to put everything on your shoulders now because we ain't going to buy anyone because we believe in you so much. Stefan, same with you. 19. We believe in you so much. We don't want to block a pathway for you to look. If they're not good enough, we should be keeping them, let alone not buying players to block their process. Real Madrid don't go and buy a player and go, oh, I've got this youth kid coming through. No, I still want Camavinga and Germany.
You know who Real Madrid have? Arda Güler, Brahim Diaz.
And they barely play.
Those, by the way, are not just those are not just like youngsters' pathways. Those are like some of the highest potentials in world football level youngsters. And they went sign Mbappe.
And they went and buy Mbappe. They got Vinny Jr., they got Rodrigo, they got what's the other geezer they bought? Endrick, is it? I think that's his name.
Yeah, Endrick is another one.
So like they're not sitting there going, oh, what about Arda Güler? You know, yeah, but Mbappe's available. Oh, okay, let's just go and get Mbappe. You know, Liverpool, for me, I've said this quite a lot now. Liverpool, for me, are the English Real Madrid. But we treat ourselves like Crawley Town.
Yes. And you know, just to double down, for me, the problem is because, listen, we can all do banter and we can all do jokes and ha, you know, Liverpool have no pull. But the fact that we changed a no to a yes, even temporarily, shows that we have pull. My biggest issue is, where is the execution? Where is the, okay, I've pulled you, now I need to execute? Where's the, okay, now let's pay the release clause, let's get the contract sorted, let's do this, let's do that. The problem is not a lack of pull or a lack of attraction, because with all due respect, the likes of Chelsea, who are a nobody club currently, are signing players. The likes of like Arsenal haven't really won anything over the last 5-6 years. They're signing players. Manchester City are a fake institution with no history, nothing, are signing players. Man United finished 8th, still employed Ten Hag. They're signing players. Hell, even Spurs, who are the biggest loser club in the English Premier League, are signing players. So let's not sit up here and act like Liverpool have no pull and can't attract players. No, we do have pull. No, we can attract players. Our issue is not attracting players. Our issue is, after you attract the player, what you do. That is the biggest issue. That is the biggest issue to this whole conversation. And for me, like, Zubimendi just epitomizes everything wrong. And we can go back to all the transfers that Jamie was talking about. And you know what makes this so sad? It's the fact that this is the 3rd summer running in which our top target was a DM, and we absolutely bottled every single one of them. Zubimendi, 2 years ago, Caicedo, last year, this year, Zubimendi. And now, for the 3rd year running, you guys are getting the same exact paragraphs, but with different names. 3 years ago, the solution from within was Henderson and Fabinho and etc. A year ago, the solutions from within were the likes of Endo and Gravenberg could play there, and we have Baccetic coming back. And this season, the solution from within is Gravenberg and Endo and blah blah blah. So that for me is the big issue with this conversation. Don't insult our football IQ and our intelligence because we watch the sport. I think I've used this example before. I used it again. My mom, who doesn't even watch the sport, will tell you Liverpool needs a DM. And now, because we wasted 2 months for Slot to assess the squad, you've just indirectly told the whole world that Slot himself thinks we need a DM. So this cannot be on the manager anymore. This is now strictly on FSG, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, those three. Those three are the trio of people who we have to be looking at. FSG have already stated why. Maybe they didn't want to pay out the 51 million all straight away. And Hughes and Edwards for the execution of this transfer. Simple as. You don't give a player that's in love with his football club, San Sebastian, born and bred, 3-4 days to think.
No,
You don't.
no.
You don't. You want
just
to
get it done.
and by the way, Jamie said something that's so true. If you're telling me he's the only one, pay the money then. If he's the only, you're saying, look at the words there, you're the only one that can improve the Liverpool team, pay the money. Simple as. Simple as. And that's where Liverpool messed up for me. And there's a serious lack of execution. And actually, another thing that shows the lack of execution I want to ask Jamie about is the Liverpool player contracts currently. I mean, Mo hasn't signed a contract yet. Trent hasn't signed a contract yet. Virgil hasn't signed a contract yet. What do you think of that situation as well? Speaking of lack of execution, by the way, that's 3 players we haven't signed yet. So
this is balmy. And so what I'll give Richard Hughes and that a bit of grace on this one because they come to the club in this mess. I will give more of the attention to whoever was running the club and doing the jobs last year and the year before. So obviously Big Joel Schmack was the sporting director last year. He got the players in. But he was sporting director. Did he not tell anyone at the football club that, you know, Virgil, Trent and Salah have only got like 18 months left of their deal, yeah? I'm only here till the end of the season and I'm off. You got to get new people in. Jurgen's leaving. Anyone go do anything? Anyone go do anything? You got your 3 best players that could leave this football club for free in a year's time. And then Richard Hughes and all that come in, obviously start their work in June, and come to this mess, and they got to sort this mess out. You know, they got to do this quick, man, because if you can't keep all 3 of them, try and keep at least 2 of them, because you can't. You know, Trent, I think if you can only keep 1, keep Trent for me, because he's the most valuable asset in your football club. And losing him to Real Madrid would be like a kick in the teeth. I'm sorry. Losing Trent for free, especially in his age, not even at his prime yet. I could take it a bit more of Salah and Virgil because they're a bit older and that, but I don't want to lose any of them. Look at Mo already this preseason. Looks like a man on a mission. Virgil,
and he still is our best forward, even at 31, 32.
Yeah, and he's going to do bits this season. I've already said it. I think he could go close to breaking the assist record this Premier League season. That's if we keep Jota as our main striker and leave Darwin on the bench. Yeah, then we'll be all right. And then you got Virgil, who for me still the best defender in the league by a mile. You know, it's just madness. I don't know what's happened to.
Who's on Virgil van Dijk's level right now in the whole world? What, Saliba and Rudiger? Like 2 players?
Yeah, maybe Saliba and Rudiger, and yeah. But let's say this. Let's put Virgil in Arsenal's team, yeah? Arsenal defend completely different to Liverpool, I think we can all admit. Off the ball, they almost defend like in a mid-low block, don't they? They squeeze together, don't leave any space. Virgil wouldn't even break a sweat defending like that.
Oh, he would be incredible at Arsenal.
It'd just be like outrageous. You think how good Virgil is now? He plays one-on-one defending with 30 yards behind him. And look how good he is. So everyone who
if you had to do it with 10 yards behind him, it makes that difference. I don't know if you're the same as me. Do you think even with, like, let's assume, God forbid, let's assume we don't make any other signings, you still say we finish 3rd, right?
I don't see anyone else with our squad right now. I still think we're the 3rd best team in the league.
And would it
even
be
with
fair
our
to say
squad.
that it's based on the 4 world-class players that we have as well? The fact
Yeah.
that we do have Mo and Alisson, Trent and Van Dijk.
Yeah, if I'm sitting there as a Liverpool fan right now and saying Alisson's still the best keeper in the world, Virgil's still the best centre half, is there a better right winger or Mo Salah in world football for goals and assists? No. Trent is still the best attacking right fullback in world football. I don't care what anyone says. You know, McAllister is an absolute baller. You know, in that midfield at controlling games. You got Szoboszlai, who's going to get numbers as well this season if you get more in attacking positions. Still got Kanate.
But the main reason I'd say genuinely is why
That's
I
a
don't
third
have
best team still,
underneath
isn't it?
is
Yeah,
those 4.
yeah.
Because
And
world-class players win new games and trophies and all of
they're
that.
going to carry you. They're going to carry you. So, and if Slot can, it looks like they've been doing what Slot's implanting on the team in pre-season is already taking effect. No, and if that can carry on, I'm not worried about this season. This is the thing. I'm not actually worried about this season. I'm worried about the future. That's what I'm more worried about.
If Mo, Alisson, Trent, and Van Dijk, just those 4 players weren't in this team, where does this team finish?
8th. Being honest.
I think if we didn't have those 4 players, I think we probably finished 10th, 11th. We have a Potter Chelsea season. I'm not even exaggerating.
They're so good. I think people don't realise how good these players are.
And even they haven't signed contracts. So never mind us actually signing new players. We haven't even given the players that even fill the fans with a little bit of confidence new contracts yet.
Virgil did an interview. Virgil did an interview after the pre-season game and said, "I haven't had talks yet." What are we waiting for? Like literally, I don't think Virgil wants to leave at all. By the way, I think he's extremely happy at Liverpool. He wants to be captain in his club for another 2 or 3 years, and I think he looks at it and thinks, "Oh, maybe we can go on and still be successful." Just what are we doing?
You know that those 4 players separate us from mediocrity? I hope people understand this. Like, people are unaware of this. The fact that Mo Salah is our right winger, Trent is our right back, Van Dijk's our centre back, and Alisson is our goalkeeper, that alone will win you probably about 45, 50 points per year. Just them.
It's a great quartet. It's as good as a quartet as you go find. And this is the thing that angers us.
To build around.
This
so
is
you
the
know
thing
the
that angers
problem,
us
Jamie,
all.
now we're not building around it, and on top of that, we're not making sure that the spine is there.
No, it's like it's crazy, ain't it? When you think about it, we've got as good as a quartet of world-class players there is anywhere else in the world. So we want to add to it for stability and future-proofing our club. Yeah, that's what we want to do. That's why we're raging at not just that we got back for Zubimendi, the fact that there's no alternatives for this player, there's no alternatives for that player. Being told Trainioni will come into the team and be the next big thing.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
it's so much pressure on the young kid as well.
It's just madness. Oh, Gravenberch played well in a double pivot in a pre-season. Yeah, he did, and I think that's probably his best position. But he shouldn't be told, right, you're going to be the guy now alongside McAllister. You're my DM for the season. You played well there. It's just because you know what it does? It doesn't get the best out of the other players in their positions.
Yeah.
So I don't think yet we've seen the ultimate best of Alexis McAllister at Liverpool because we've suffocated his position.
Yes.
Same with Szoboszlai. We've suffocated his position. And all it takes is just that one player. And it opens up our whole midfield. And our midfield would be on par as anything, in my opinion, in the league, if you go and get that DM. Because it opens up the midfield entirely for them to go and do what they do better really well. But at the moment, we can't do it because we're suffocating them a little bit because we haven't got that one player.
The one player that completely changes the thing, because it's like, you know what it is with the DM position, whether you're pro FSG, anti FSG, don't like this player, don't like that player, the consensus agreement of the Liverpool fan base is that we need a DM. Like, regardless where you are at with the club, with the owners, whatever it is, everyone just agrees we need a DM. And the fact we haven't addressed that position for me is just an utter sad mess. And it's just embarrassing, to be honest with you. It's absolutely embarrassing because now we as well indirectly, as I said this and I say this again, we know now that Slot wants a DM. So they cannot do the whole Klopp is loyal thing anymore because he ain't here. So now it's on Arne Slot. Arne Slot said, has indirectly just admitted that we need the DM because he was assessing the squad for the last 2 months. And now we are in this position that we're in because of the incompetence of the board, the incompetence of the people running the football club, and the incompetence of Richard Hughes not getting shit done. Big up to Sam Cole says, I don't understand some LFC fans. They want to sell Mo and replace him. Kubo, Bakayoko, Bowen, Mbemo. Are you on drugs? People want Virgil van Dijk to be sold and replaced with some crap defenders. Is this a joke? Thank God me and Jamie don't have to like fight about this or have an argument about this, because we agree that those 4 players need to stay to Liverpool Football Club because they are actually the difference makers for us. They're genuinely the difference makers to Liverpool Football Club.
Oh yeah, they are. Like people, I don't know anyone who's sell Virgil. Oh, man, it's just.
And you know, Jamie said something earlier on that's so sad. Now I'm thinking about it. We can't even sign a DM that we need. Imagine having to replace Virgil, replace Mo, or replace any of these guys. Like, imagine.
Well, Melissa Reddy said it. Have you read the Melissa Reddy article?
Yeah.
She's basically saying the spine of Liverpool's team will cost so much, it's going to be a challenge in the next few years. What is that shit? I'm sorry. What is that crap?
You already know who's coming in right wing to replace Mo, right? Johan Bakayoko.
Oh, is that the Belgium one?
That's the guy from PSV. Johan Bakayoko is going to be the guy that replaces Mo Salah. It's
going to take 2 players to replace Mo Salah. I've always said that because he's so special. I know people will never, you still got people saying today that he's not good on the eye and all this crap. The man gets 40 GA a season every year. Do you know what level that football that takes to do that? It's Messi, Ronaldo level, but people never want to talk about it like that because you're not allowed to say these conversations for some reason about Mo Salah. So if he goes, you're looking at 2 players. You can't just get 1 player, because if you get 1 player, that's a lot of pressure on that player.
So if all 4 of them leave next summer, then what? We're gonna have to buy. We're gonna have to buy 4 players for about 300 million.
If a shig have to sell up so we can buy players, that's the only thing to do.
Big up Sultan says, go support City, you spoiled brat. It's not about winning, it's about backing your own club. We have Bacetic, lad, and Trainioni, lad. Boss, that is what my guy Sultan says. You know what's funny? These are the same exact things that I was told 3 years ago, bro. Like, it's just the stuff. The game hasn't changed. The players haven't changed. It's the same exact game. And I called this 2 months ago. I'll tell you right now, Sultan, exactly what's going to happen August 31st. If by August 31st, we do not have any signings, you know what's going to happen? There's nothing we can do about it. Just back the lads. You're a Liverpool fan. Just support your club. There's nothing
we have to. Yeah, there's no choice.
That's exactly what they're gonna do. So we're gonna put in a position where we cannot say anything about the club anymore simply because the transfer window is closed. So at the start of the transfer window, guys, relax. The transfer window just opened. During the transfer window hasn't closed yet. At the end of the transfer window closed. Back the lads now anyway. So it's just a lose-lose situation because you can't win. But the truth of the matter is, and I know this might sound so wrong because I'm a Liverpool fan and I want my club to win every single game, every single season. Us actually drawing or losing to Ipswich in the long term probably benefits us the most because it will have such a rash reaction from everyone that they're gonna go sign someone.
We're smashing we're smashing Ipswich now. You said it.
I actually predicted draw on that game.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking.
It's going to be a tight game. It's Portman Road, ain't it, on their debut back in the Premier League? So
yes, back in the Premier League, all of that stuff.
It will be difficult. It will be difficult.
Yeah, no DM as well.
I think people get us wrong as well. We want Stefan and Trey to succeed. We want them to be a success.
That doesn't mean I rely on them for the whole year.
But we also want improvement at the same time. You know what I mean? Stefan and Trey are so young; they should be in and out the team all season, not regulars. You shouldn't have to rely on them. They should grow. They should learn their game as they're growing with the club and the squad and in training every day. I want these players to be phenomenal. I love youth players coming through into the first team. We all do. Look at Kwanzaa and Connor Bradley. Then they're squad players now. They're in the first team. We love it. But don't mean Kwanzaa's probably saved us a few quid from buying 2 centre-backs, but we just need the other centre-back now because we got Kwanzaa. But I don't mean we don't have to buy a centre-back still.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the...
And on top of that, Konate is injury prone. I mean, what? He's played
exactly.
like maximum 20 league games for us, 18 league games for us.
So,
So you cannot rely on him. I
yeah,
think the problem is FSG's financial management because it looks like everything still needs FSG's approval. Klopp was tired of this. No excuses anymore. Listen, at the end of the day, this is true. This is true because I think
yeah, yeah.
the thing where you can talk about FSG is I believe there might have been a possibility in which they did not sanction the 51 million break the release clause thing straight away. They wanted to amortize it. They wanted to pay it over some point of time, and I think that's maybe what's caused this whole thing to begin with. So listen, the FSG thing does not change for me personally. I still am FSG out because they haven't changed. It's such a serious lack of ambition. This should have been the summer that they've spent the most money. And actually, even speaking of Bakayoko, even if you think Bakayoko is the Mo Salah replacement, you know what's smart? Buying him now so he learns off of Mo Salah. He gets better. He improves. He learns the Liverpool system. So when Salah decides to leave, Bakayoko's there. That's
Future
the
planning.
difference between.
Future
Yeah,
planning.
that's
That's what we should do.
the-
And this, because I got as a YouTuber, I've been watching for years. He lives in Boston. He's like an entertainment podcaster. He don't really talk about football or anything, but because he's from Boston, he's a big Red Sox fan. And we've been messaging back and forward about like FSG and all that. And he said like when FSG first came to Boston, took over the Red Sox and all that, they used to spend a lot of money. John W. Henry, you literally used to spend a lot of money all the time, but then they changed overnight and went frugal. And and everyone in Boston now don't understand it to this day why they went so frugal because he actually used to just spend. And now he's gone really frugal, and it's like he's done that with all his clubs now. Like everyone he owns, they're really frugal. And as you say, Liverpool over the recent years, everything like it's just stopped, like completely stopped.
Yeah, but you can't be frugal with the way you spend money. You can't. You have to spend money the right way. You have to invest. And you know what's? I don't know if you saw the reaction on Twitter, but have you seen as soon as it was announced that FSG are interested in buying the Celtics, the reaction of the Celtics fan? They're all like, "No, you've already ruined one sporting institution in this city. Don't ruin the other." That tells you all you need to know about that ownership. To be honest with you. Big up my guy Castor says, how can I back the lads when my own club doesn't want to back the lads? Is what Castor says. This is a good point as well because listen, you spent the first 2 months of the transfer window telling me Slot is assessing the squad. He assesses the squad, tells you we need a DM, and then you tell me Zubimendi is the only one that improves us in the whole world. Come on, man, don't insult our intelligence. Ederson, Varela, the two American boys that Tom Little wants, Adam Wharton, we could go on and on and on. Me and Jamie could mention about 10 DMs. Bruno Guimaraes you could go get from Newcastle. Bro, let's not sit up here and do this lying to ourselves where we act like no one else improves us because it's just not true. It's just simply not true.
Oh, Bruno Guimaraes next to McAllister.
Yeah. Fantastic double pivot.
Just go and do it. Go and do it. Why not?
Add to that, in January, Pierce will come out like FSG are ready to back Slot to the war chest next summer. Same shit every year. I'm sick and tired of it. Sultan, did James Pierce not put up that same exact article like 4 months ago? He said that they're going to back Slot. Did he not say that?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jamie, you remember the article? Don't act like you don't. You remember the article?
Did you know what? Even
it was said already. They're going to back
James
Slot.
Pierce criticised them today. I was shocked.
Same.
He criticised them. That's how bad it is.
August. It's the 14th of August, James, and we haven't signed anyone. We have not signed anyone.
Go and get 3 players in 16 days, and we're all happy. You know, it's fine.
Yes.
Just
go
do it.
Yes.
Go and do it.
Oh my days, man! I'm so sorry, Sultan, man. I'm in the same camp as you. Hughes has managed to improve Bournemouth before.
It does seem. I get it. I mean, he's our player, but obviously he's gone on loan. But
hey, Mamardashvilli does improve Bournemouth, to be fair. So he ain't lying. You ain't lying, me.
It's a mad one, ain't it? We haven't actually got a player in the door, but Bournemouth have from us, our own player. It's just
this is insanity. This is actual insanity, Mito. The fact that now thinking about it, low-key Mamadrashvilli is going to go to Bournemouth now. He improves them in the short term, but we haven't been improved yet. So you are right there. Anyway, speaking of the next 16 days, I just want this to be the last segment of the show. Big up to Jamie. His channel is in the title. Please do go subscribe. Big up to everyone watching right now. We still have 900 people watching us. Please do hit the like button. Do subscribe to Just Football if you're ready to do so. Subscribe to Jamie's Liverpool Chats is in the title. Big up every single super chat. I'm giving you guys a massive shout out at the end. Love to all of you guys. Mods, let's keep pushing for the likes. Let's get to 400 likes as we're live. Jamie, We've already mentioned it. Next 16 days. What do you want to happen in the next 16 days? What do you think happens in the next 16 days? Talk to me. What do you think happens?
What do I think happens? Nothing. What I want to happen is just get the DM. Just get a DM. If you only go buy one actual player this summer, just go and get the DM. Just get. Look, I can cope with that. I think we need a left back personally. I do think we need a left back and then maybe a centre back or a hybrid one that can play in both positions, sort of thing. But DM, man, like as we said, there's players out there. There's players that we have right now in our team that clubs that have got DMs, they want our players. There could be swap deals there that Tyler Morton's wanted. I don't want to hear that tomorrow that the club value Tyler Morton now, right? Because they've not valued him forever. That's why he's always going out on loan. So let's not do this. I don't want Tyler Morton staying in the squad because we ain't going to buy anyone. I don't want to hear this BS. I don't want Tyler Morton. You know, do a deal with Edison. Edison's a ball playing defensive, sort of like deep lining playmaker. He's a ball playing one. That's what Slot wants. Alan Varela's there. Yeah, he's got a release clause, but we got the money. Just go and pay it. Bruno Guimaraes. If you want to really get people's attention, go and take Bruno from Newcastle. We almost took Anthony Gordon for 70 million. That almost happened. That legit almost happened. But one of the other players went to Brighton instead. So the money's there. Just don't fool us Liverpool fans because it is fooling people. It really is. People are brainwashed by it. I used to be.
Do you actually think we won't sign anyone like for real?
I don't know. I just the things that keep coming out of Liverpool at the moment are worrying. The talk coming out is worrying. That I just feel like it don't make sense. I can't believe people are listening and thinking no one can improve Liverpool. You know, I personally I look at Man City. I think they need players. I don't know what they're doing either. And they got a better squad than us, and they still need to improve.
Yeah, but we're not in FFP or PSR trouble, and we don't have the Premier League showing up 415 charges. So
but that's what they're. You know that that's the PR though. The PR is going to be Liverpool trying to play by the rules and by the books. That's what it's going to be. By the rules
does not mean sign no one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, we can't buy anyone. We can't buy anyone. It's like, come on, we bought you. You signed off on 85 million for Darwin Núñez. There's money there. Let's not play this game. Look, Luis Diaz's dad is desperate for him to leave. Right? Find a club.
I'm the same as his dad. I want him to leave.
I want find a club from him.
Me and his dad share the same dream to see Diaz play for Barcelona. It's the same exact dream. I would shake his hand and go like, listen, get him there. Let's go.
Yeah, that's just something has to happen. I got this sneaky feeling Diaz might leave before the end of the season. Before the end of the transfer window, sorry.
I'd celebrate that.
I've got this sneaky feeling, and with that money, they might go into the market really late on and get the player they need. But my worry is, because this is so Liverpool, is that Liverpool go, if Diaz leaves, Liverpool just go and buy Anthony Gordon and still don't buy the DM. Let's face it. That is Liverpool right now, isn't it? Buy players we don't need. It's just...
that is true, to be fair. So what do you want? So do you like? This is a listen. Do you actually think we sign no one? Like, what do you generally believe?
I actually think, look, to be absolutely serious, I do think Liverpool buy another player. I just don't think it's going to be the defensive midfielder. I think Liverpool are looking at a left back.
That's so Liverpool. Imagine just going to find a completely different position than what we need.
There's two left backs, another left back that was being spoke about today. I don't know if you saw it. Another young guy, I think from Belgium. So Liverpool are definitely looking at left backs. It wouldn't surprise me if we got a left back in before the end of the season. And the other thing that annoys me, we didn't speak about this, but Paul Joyce said this, and David Ornstein said this. Liverpool weren't just going to buy Zubimendi this summer. After Zubimendi, they were going to buy in a multiple other positions. So what are these other multiple positions? That's what's interesting me. So I want to see signings then. So if that's the case, we didn't buy Zubimendi. So that means there's even more money there. So, you know, what we going to get? You know, I do feel like we're going to get a left back in. I think Sepp van der Berg will go right at the end of the season, at deadline day or something like that. But I do see a left back coming in. It won't be surprising me if Liverpool do try again for Anthony Gordon, if they hear that he's not going to sign a new contract with Newcastle, and we don't buy the DM. That's what I reckon.
I hear you. And listening to Jamie speak, it's just, I realize more and more our expectations aren't even like an idealistic or crazy expectation. It's generally just so normal for a football club our size. And I think, and as mad as it sounds, we can actually sign 4 or 5 players in the next, like, we can sign 3 players, 4 players, many players as we want, because there are transfers that are easy to make. We've already discussed it with Ederson, we've discussed it with multiple different people. The truth is, we must spend the money because you can't guarantee what happens this season. What if Van Dijk has a drop off? What if Alisson gets injured? God forbid. You know, what if Mo Salah gets injured? God forbid. Like I don't want those things to happen. What's the possibility? And that for me is the biggest issue in this whole conversation. The fact that we're just sat on our ass just because Zubimendi said no. You have to move on. Plan B, plan C, plan. That's just the truth, man. That's just the truth. I wouldn't be surprised if FSG has given Hughes 1 shot for a DM, so Hughes want to take a gamble on someone who isn't a sure success, not Hughes' fault, FSG's fault. I wouldn't say that, Bake. I think how you blame FSG for me is maybe they did not sanction the 51 million to be paid straight away. Like maybe they didn't sanction like, yo, FSG, bring the money, pay the money now. Maybe that's what they said no to. Maybe what they want is to amortize it and pay 10 million every year for the next 5 years or whatever it is. That's maybe what they're looking at. So that's how I would blame them. However, I think it is a serious problem if Hughes was allowed to do that and couldn't execute. But we will never know the truth. We'll never know the truth. Big up to Bosnian Skarzer, who says, fucking shitty garbage. Get out my club already. Listen, I share that sentiment, Mookie. I'm completely FSG out. I just wish we had like Qatari ownership or something, because we had just gotten all this shit done. We'd won the Premier League. We dominated without breaking a single PSR or FFP rule. We would have been all good, man. Please don't believe this nonsense. We make the second most revenue in the entirety of England without cooking the books. So that tells you all you need to know about this.
Weren't we the most? Didn't stat just come out the other day that saying we was the most watched team in England last year?
Yeah, 100% we have money.
So like, it's the money's there, and just through that sentence alone, that means that revenue is huge. So next April, when we get the revenues and the tax and all that comes out every year, I wouldn't be surprised if we're top 3 or 4 in the world with that. I mean,
revenues. If we sign no one, we might be top 1 in the world.
Yeah, it'll
be all revenue, no spending.
It's mad to me. It's absolutely mad to me. Look, these owners ain't going anywhere time soon because we are a cash cow for them. We make a lot of money. They don't have to spend any money. They're not going away unless someone comes along and matches their number for the sale. But unfortunately, the only people that are wealthy enough to do that, people like the Spirit of Shankly, won't let them come in.
Unfortunately. Big up to Redline Taranga, Promise Gunner, Will, Mina, Carl, DJ Madrid, London, Smoke, Vishal, Sam, Sultan. Big up to you. Big up to Caster, Mito, Baked, and Mookie for the super chats. Big up every single person who has supported the channel. Guys, Jamie Phillips's channel is in the title. Just go subscribe to Liverpool Chats. It's in the title. Go subscribe to his channel. It's been an absolutely incredible show. Big up to you, Jamie. Any final words before we wrap up?
No, I appreciate you inviting me on, man. I absolutely, yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it. Loved getting some things off my chest. As I said, you know, I used to have different feelings about the club and stuff like that, and was a bit too positive back in the day. But I'm still a positive fan. There's things I like, but I always said when criticism's deserved, I will criticize. And at the moment, there's nothing really to be happy about.
Yeah, I get that. Big up to Jamie for joining us. It's been an absolutely incredible stream. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to be back tonight at 10 p.m. UK time, inshallah, getting cooked by Hamza for the Zubimendi stuff. So good luck to me, because that's a 30-minute monologue right there. So love you all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys back at 10 p.m. inshallah. Peace.